What's up, guys? This is Erik Griffin, and I want to give a big shout out to Helix Sleep. Take their 2-minute sleep quiz, and they'll match you to the mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. Find your perfect mattress at helixsleep.com/Griffin. You have a small head?
Smallest head you've ever seen. A helmet doesn't even fit me.
Yeah, you have a small head.
I remember when I was looking for my motorcycle helmet when I was younger, and I couldn't find a woman's helmet that fit me. I almost had to go child size.
So it's just like jeans and helmets don't fit you.
I'm a very petite woman other than long. Right?
Wait, hold on a minute. Wait.
Actually, my mom used to shop in the petite department because I never understood why until she told me she's petite. She's a petite, tall woman.
That's different because your grandma doesn't look like she's like petite like that.
My grandma is shorter than my mom, though.
Oh, really?
But I don't know. I think my grandma's mom was really small, I think.
Really?
I'm not sure. I've only seen pictures.
You've seen pictures of your grandma's?
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird how like people are gonna be able to like look back on the next generation is gonna have like all the Instagram footage and Facebook and MySpace and all those pictures are gonna be there. Millions of pictures, you know?
Yeah, right. But I mean, especially like for one day, knock on wood. But when we have kids, like they're gonna look on all our Instagram, Facebooks, and be like, "Oh my God, they have hundreds of pictures."
Or they're gonna be like, "Mom,
yeah,
why were you in a
how
bikini?"
Embarrassing. Whereas like even my parents aren't really on social media, or even my brothers aren't. So like
yeah, that's that. Your
like
parents,
there's still a generation that's like not on there.
Yeah, your parents are from they're not.
But it's also like a job thing too. Like my mom's a teacher, so she doesn't want her students finding any weird pictures.
What weird pictures of would your mom even have on the internet?
I don't know. Even my cousin is a teacher, and she still isn't into social media because they don't want to get fired.
Oh.
For like posting something
looks inappropriate.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, are we gonna sing?
Well, I was gonna start like that, but we just started.
Talking.
So we'll do it at the end again.
Okay.
So if you guys were looking for the intro, it's gonna be at the end. This is like a hot take. Rachel's taking over the podcast today, so go ahead, Rach.
Welcome to Riffin with Griffin. With his co-guest. Am I a co-host or a co-guest?
No, a co-guest would mean that I'm a guest on my own podcast.
Kinda.
I guess we could just do it right in the middle of it, right here, like this.
Okay.
Yeah. Should we just do it right in the middle?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, here we go,
guys.
Get
it over with, because I'm so awful.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of your absolutely favorite podcast.
Riffin with Griffin, yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Yeah.
With Griffin.
All right, Rachel, you had a big showing last time.
So embarrassing.
Riffin with Griffin,
Wish I could take it all back.
Riffin with Griffin, baby.
Rachel's back on the mic.
Hey,
Riffin with Griffin.
he is a brilliant chef. He could also... Please start over.
That's what it is. It is what it is. And there you have it.
That was another embarrassing take. I didn't redeem myself.
It's okay. You'll figure it out. You'll come on a lot until you get it right. Until maybe it'll just be you on here. You don't need the headphones anymore if you don't want. Okay, you put the headphones down. I guess I don't need the headphones either. All right, so here we are. So Rach, you've been on the podcast a couple times, and then we were going through the comments.
You did tell me before we even recorded, don't look at the comments.
Don't look at them.
Just move on with life,
Yeah.
So I did take that into consideration for a few days, and then I looked at the comments. Oh my God. Everyone thinks I'm a gold digger.
Yeah.
They all think you should dump me.
Yeah, I know. It's like the big word was red flags.
Yeah,
There's
red
so many
flags.
red flags about this.
Oh my God. Okay, first of all, I was very embarrassed when I said it's glad to be back. Okay, I speak English, but
You were just nervous.
I'm still a little nervous.
Why do you get nervous? Why are you nervous about this? Do I make you nervous? Is it my fault?
Yeah.
Why?
You just act different, and it makes me uncomfortable because I'm not used to you acting like this.
Oh, so like you're saying that like I have like a podcast persona,
Uh-huh.
and then and I tell you to be comfortable, but you're like, I don't know who this person is. How can I be comfortable? Because you're not even being yourself.
Yeah.
All right, okay, I'll take the hit for that one.
But I think it's also the lights, the camera, knowing I'm speaking to all your fans, not my fans,
Right. Well,
even though I don't have many.
you do. There's like 4 guys on your Facebook that always.
They're my loyal fans since day one. They've been there, Eric.
Rachel has some of these weird guys that follow her on Facebook from like there are some like foreign countries, and they comment on every single post, every single picture.
Okay, I want to just get it out there. I'm not a singer.
That's right. She's not a singer or a rapper.
So I'm trying hard.
No, but you did. You know, actually, it was to me. It was very cute. It was sweet what you did the first time. It was like so vulnerable, and a lot of people. There was a lot of great comments about that.
Really,
You know,
I didn't get to those.
I know. Because you know what's funny is when you look at the comments, you're only seeing the negative ones, and you're like, you just focus on those. And I tend to do that a lot too. Like when I'm streaming and stuff like that, I always get a comment from, "Stop talking to the trolls, Griff. Stop talking to the trolls. You know, there's other people that love you, but." You know, you just as a, you know, you're.
I guess they're not the ones commenting saying like "great job."
Right. They're not.
It's only the other people that are really like, "This is retarded."
Yeah, and it's so like, yeah. So you know what I always say, like, because even on your Instagram or anybody's Instagram comments, it would be like your parents are talking about you, and you're in the room, and they're kind of talking at you condescendingly. But you're sitting right there. That's what comments are. You know, people say rude things, and they don't think that we see that. It's like, it's, you know, it's just.
I think they want you to see it.
Obviously, but it's like sometimes you just go, damn, what kind of person are you to say this kind of weird stuff? Let me just put this to bed, too. Rachel's not a gold digger, because if she was, she wouldn't be with me. I know y'all see me on TV, and I've been on shows and stuff, but if you think I live in a mansion, have you seen my cooking show? I have a little kitchen. She complains about my place all the time.
Yeah, I mean, we could go on a long tangent about being a gold digger and what I would be into if I was.
Yeah.
I would live in Malibu.
Yeah, that's cool.
I would have a mansion. I would at least have money to go shopping anytime I wanted to. I would be wearing jewelry. I would have an engagement ring.
Okay, let's tone it down now. This is starting to get hurtful.
I'm just saying, like, money isn't what's important to me, even though it does help with life. I mean,
But just so you know, I never thought that. I know, because I know what it looks like. I get it.
Yeah.
I get what it looks like, but people don't know our journey behind the scenes.
yeah.
And I just want you to.
First episode, you're talking about $800 jeans.
No. But let me just.
Second episode, you're talking about a
Your promise car. I know it's partly my fault. You're right, but I just want you to know, just personally and publicly, I never thought that. Just because of how our interaction has always been.
I mean, I know, like, just as, like, a model who's dating an older guy, a lot of people already assume.
We're already in the hole.
Yeah. They already assume you're taking care of me.
Yeah.
They don't know I have a job.
Yeah. You know what's funny,
They
too?
don't know I have 2 jobs.
They also don't know that you're, well, you've already said your age so many times, so it doesn't matter. But, like, you know how many times people say to me...
Yeah, I wouldn't be working if I was a gold digger.
No, but you know how many times people say to me, oh, she's not 22? She's not... I thought she was 20-something, And I just go, nah, she in her 30s.
I mean...
She just looks great.
Thank you.
She does a face routine that she does every single
I'm not
night.
even wearing makeup, and that's... Now they're all going to zoom in.
Yeah. Rachel, you're very beautiful.
Okay.
You're naturally beautiful, and you're gonna be beautiful a long time. It's making me like, where I'm down. I'm down. I'm down 25 pounds, and I want to go even further. My goal is on our honeymoon, I could have my shirt off and not be embarrassed. That's the goal.
You know, I love you how you are now, how you have been when I first met you. Like, your looks isn't what's important to me, and I always thought you should just be confident with your shirt off.
I am.
But
I want to be healthy.
yeah, no, I get it. And
Yeah.
like I understand that just a few pounds off could make a huge difference in
Yeah.
your confidence. And it already has. I've seen the difference.
Well, for me, it's like, I have that scar that I've had from birth.
Yeah.
So I have like I have a scar on my. I had a disease when I was born called Hirschsprung. I think it's called Hirschsprung, but anyway, it's an intestinal disease. So like they had to cut off some of my intestines when I was a baby, and I had to wear a colostomy bag for like the first 6 months of my life. But anyway, there was a scar that was on the side, but as I grew, it went to the middle. Now, when I was younger and I was fit and I was playing basketball and I was in my early 20s, it was like, it didn't matter. It just looked like a scar. But what happens is when you gain weight and you get fat, it like the scar stays there, and then the stomach, it looks like I have a front booty. You know what I mean? It's like, so it cuts in the middle there. So so that has made me self-conscious my whole life. And so like, this, when you're around someone and you feel that way, you're like, oh, I don't want them to see me naked. I've always felt like that. So recently, in my recent life, in the last 10 years, is when I was like, it is what it is. This is who I am, whatever. But yeah, I would like it to be like, you don't get stares,
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, what's wrong with that guy's belly?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't want that.
This is the time, though, in life that everyone is the most accepting. And I think people know not to just stare. I mean, if anything, it's kids that, like, even, like, at my job, like, a family will come in, and even if it's, like, a weird-looking parent or something, and they'll see me and be like, oh, that lady's big. And it's like, I'm not big. But, like, they'll say, like, a comment like that, and it's like, it will get to you. And it'll be like, I guess people think I'm big.
Well, to them, a little kid.
Exactly, to a little kid. But it's weird how it can affect you, just from like one word or like one sentence from someone in your life.
I think kids are honest, though. That's what I do love that about kids. They will be like, it's like if somebody's fat, a kid is quick to be like, that person's fat. Look how fat that person. Even if they're not saying it mean, they're just like they're saying it inquisitively, just to be like, wow, why is that person so fat? You know?
Yeah, they kind of want answers.
Yeah. We all want answers of why people are fat.
Well, so at least now people are starting to, like, you're opening up about it. So now if they do see a photo of you with your shirt off, they're going to be a little more understanding.
I don't know. I think these trolls out here are still going to be mean as fuck.
Yeah, true.
People
plus
are just
you're a
mean.
comedian, so you'll always have people making
Yeah.
fun of you.
People. It's funny when you're a comedian, people think it's okay. Probably in the same way, like being a model, there's some expectation where it's like, well, you always have to be in model mode, or they have like some sort of like things about models. Well, it's the same thing with comedians. It's like, people say all these like rude, mean things to me all the time. They don't realize that it can come across rude and mean. Just because I'm a comic, you think the first thing I want you to say to me is like, oh, hey, fatty, or hey, like,
Right.
so you think I like that? You know what I mean? Like,
it's an easy dig.
Yeah, that's why I always say be funny. Like, if you want to come at me, if you have a funny fat joke, be funny. But a lot of times people just regurgitate what somebody else says. Like Bobby Lee, he used to say, hey, fat black. That's what he would say. Like, he's trying to be funny on the podcast, and he would say that. Well, all the minions of Bobby Lee, every time they come on, they're like, hey, fat black, and I just go, ha 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 ha. Oh, that's so funny to hear that same joke said 1,000,000 times, or whatever dumb joke it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, after a while, you just go, okay, all right, this is not even hurtful, it's just annoying.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, at what point is it? At what point are you gonna be like, what's your own original stuff?
I get it, because like my whole life I've been tall, so like every comment I get from people is like, oh, you're so tall. Did you know you're tall? Like, and it's like, yeah, I could look in the mirror, like I could see that you're shorter than me, like, like it, and then it comes to a point where it's like you're sick of hearing it. Like, okay, I know I'm tall. Bye. or then you start coming up with jokes, you're like, oh, so not everyone gets this tall? Like, you didn't get the growth hormone?
Oh, so you see, that's funny that you took that approach.
Or like my dad used to always say, like, because he's 6'9",
Yeah,
and
her dad
so
is a
he used to
giant.
say like, "Oh, you better drink your milk."
Oh, for
Yeah.
me, so I have a big nose. You can't tell that I have a big nose because my face and body is caught up to my nose.
Well, your nose and ears will.
Yeah, well, my nose has been this size since age 3. So
No, it
if
will
you can
get bigger.
imagine, really?
I'm just letting you know.
No, my nose is not gonna get bigger.
Yeah, it gets bigger.
Where is this?
Your ears and
is
your
this-
nose, as long as
Is this
you
from They
grow
Say? Is this from
up-
theysay.com?
But
Rachel's big on that.
it's a thing.
They say.
No. It's a
Well,
thing.
anyways, my point is when I was
That's why people get nose.
well, when I was a kid, no, because they've had a big nose their whole life. When I was a kid, it was like a whole thing because I was really skinny. I was like super skinny, so then my nose was like half my face size. So it's just like always, every jokes when it came time to like you're in school, you meet new people, you get on the playground. The first thing is like, you got a big nose, and it starts, and everybody's going with it. So it was all of my childhood until I got into high school. I was in high school, and mean things were happening. But it was just one day I was in a parking lot with my friends. We're all driving out, whatever, and somebody made some big nose joke at me, and then I made a joke back at them about my big nose, and we all laughed. And it was the first time I was like, oh, this is not that serious. Like I'm being sensitive about this, and I don't need to be. So I made fun of it myself. So, we all have something. So your thing was because you were probably taller than every boy.
Well, in elementary school, though, I was made fun of because I was skinny, too. And so girls started being like, you have anorexia. You have an eating disorder. And
Right.
this was before I even knew what an eating disorder was, So I'd go home and, like, look it up and be like, why do they think I am bulimic, and I'd like feel bad.
Yeah.
But then I'd see now I'm gonna cry. I'd see like Cindy Crawford. Like Tyra Banks. I'd see all these other models that were skinny that kind of had my same body type, and I kind of grew up almost thinking like I could do that because they did that and they look like me, and like I could also like be successful with what I look like.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's okay, babe. Look at you. This is like I'm so
like
used to
a
this.
therapist.
Rachel will start crying at we'll be watching a television show. I don't know what's going on the television show. It's a dumb show, but if something touching moment happens, she will start crying. But it's okay, babe. You did it. Look at you. You're here now.
I know.
And that's for all you out there. If you're skinny out there, you're tall and skinny. It's just we all have some kind of particular body thing, and then we just feel shamed or we why is there something wrong with me? And it's weird how we have that mentality. But now you're here now, and you're like whatever.
Oof. People listening to the podcast, thank God they're not watching YouTube. I'm a mess right now.
You're fine.
My whole face is wet.
No, you're good. You're good. Because you get so nervous. You
I
say you
do.
get nervous here.
Mhm.
Because like I said earlier, I was saying I was like, Rachel, just be yourself, just relax, and then you get on here and you get nervous. But I think you feel more comfortable now.
When I don't pay attention.
All right. Look over here at you. We're playing footsie over here. Yeah, we had a great Zoom call today with Rachel's family. We do that every week. I've talked about it on the podcast before. Grandma's, I love your grandma. She's a sharp lady. She asks a lot of questions. Yeah.
When you're not on where's Erik?
Because she likes to get into politics and stuff too. She'll go into it, and the rest of your family's kind of like, I don't know. You have this. I love all your family, but they're a character for sure. But I can tell your grandma was like hard. She was like do you think she was tough when they were growing up?
Yeah, she still is tough on me and my cousin.
Oh, really? How so? Let's start putting a counter of every.
Yeah,
So
every
it's
time
bing,
I cry,
Rachel.
you take a shot.
Bing. Oh, you're doing a drinking game. Rachel cries. You take a shot.
So I forgot how old I was, but maybe around 25, and I think she was like moving from Pennsylvania to Florida, so like taking all her like stuff she's had forever and like giving it away or selling it, or
Right.
because she can't take it all in.
Because they were downsizing,
Yeah,
right?
it was like a 4-story house with like I don't know, tons of room because she had 4 children, so like
Yeah.
there's tons of rooms filled with stuff, and then now she lives in a 1-bedroom.
Right. In one of those communities in Florida.
Yeah, so there were a few like winter jackets that I was ooh I would love to have these, Grandma. And she was like, I would love to give them to you, but you have to be successful first. She's like, when you are successful, I'll give you these jackets.
Damn, Grandma
Yeah.
put down the gauntlet.
And I was like, what does successful mean? Like, like I'm a model.
yeah.
I was working. I, felt like 25. I was a woman who could wear a jacket.
Yeah, you're like, I can wear my grandma's jacket at 25. I'm getting paid to be a model.
But yeah, so she held on to it for a little bit, and I had to like.
But you eventually got them.
Yeah, I did.
The fur coat, nice fur coat.
But she gave me a lecture. She's like, well, success means like you don't have to ask anyone for anything, that you're living, on your own, and that politics, and that
So how do you think you're doing?
Sports. You could have conversations about all these topics. And I think that was her definition of success. Like.
Yeah, she's
maybe even marriage, family,
well,
type of, who knows? But she's had it all. So like she's had her 4 kids, all very successful.
Yeah, they are. They are. They very much are. Yeah. One's an author, a lawyer. I don't even know what Josh. What did he do?
He
was a lawyer too, right? He was in the business. He took over the business though, didn't he?
No, yeah, he took over my grandfather's business. They were in like steel. They had a steel.
Ooh, that's that
company.
old. That's that old money. Steel is old money.
I think he's still into that business. He just had.
Oh.
Or.
Let me ask you a question though. Off that subject. So with the pandemic and everything's going, so I see how my business and we just shut down. I'm doing these weird Zoom shows and weird like parking lot shows. I hate it, but I do it because I love comedy. But do you think there's going to be fashion modeling in the future, or
there already is? Like, there's a huge segment of these past shows this month of Fashion Week shows that are all virtual, either on their like websites or YouTube.
Yeah, but how are they doing?
Instagram.
How are they doing? They're not. Are models going to do them?
Yeah, they're hiring models. And it's just there's no audience, and they just do it without.
Oh, right.
People. And it looks like, from what my friends have done, it looks like they're the only ones that don't have to wear a mask, and so everyone else around them is wearing a mask, or they're wearing a mask,
a fashion mask. Yeah.
It goes with the outfit, or they're wearing a mask until like a minute until the show, then take it off and go.
Oh.
Or there was, I think it was Marc Jacobs who did a puppet fashion show. Did you see that? I think I showed you a little clip of it.
But I was surprised to see like they also had like the virtual where it's not even a real person. It's just like a made up. So that's like when you saw that, were you like, uh-oh?
I mean, I think it's great because I just love fashion. Even if I'm not involved in it, I still am obsessed with it.
Like your Sklar shirt that somebody made for you.
Yeah, this is my friend. Well, he's a designer, then became my friend. Ian Patrick. Everyone go follow him. His Instagram is a boy in his soy. And I custom made this shirt. He was like, "What do you want? I'll make you something." And I was like, "I want really long sleeves and a little crop, and then my name." And so maybe he'll like, I'll hit him up, and maybe he'll design something for Finn, but we'll see.
We'll get it. What's his name again? Ian what?
Ian Patrick,
We'll get
a boy and his soy.
We'll get an Ian Patrick original, Riffin with Griffin. And make sure you go to the Riffin with Griffin store, actually. If you go to the website, ericgriffin.com, it's right there. Or in the, I have a links down below. It's just a basic Teespring store. Get some good art from some fans. I work it out with. Have made some interesting stuff. Well, that's good. I mean, if I don't know, I look at. I never liked fashion. I never liked the point of it. You know, it's like you see these. Like I've come to your shows and I've seen your pictures, and you always look beautiful in the clothes. Like you make the clothes.
Yeah, but you just don't get it.
I don't get it. Like I've never seen anyone in public wearing some of the nonsense that you wear at these fashion shows. What's the point of it?
People
Please explain
do.
it to me.
Well, it's art, Eric. And if you don't understand what art is,
Oh, here we go, everybody.
then you will never
It's-
understand it.
It's art, Eric.
It's art in a way of like, it can express how someone feels, how someone like wants to be portrayed. Sometimes they want to be all black and gothic and be like, I'm sad, I'm, mourning. Or sometimes they're like, I want colorful, like sunshine on a spring day, and wear
Oh.
pink and orange.
But wait. Let me not to cut you off, but I just want to make it okay. So when you say it like that, so I understand. So like some of these dresses and outfits that these designers put out, it's not necessarily to be like mass produced in Macy's and J.C. Penney's. It's just for this moment to show to express whatever. Then there's some of them that are going to be like,
Correct.
okay,
Yes, that's what a fashion show is about. The extreme version of fashion. And then what happens is people are like Nordstrom's or the buyers or whoever it is no one's going to wear this. And so they're like, let's tone it down. They'll wear these pants without all the ruffles. And then so that's what gets made. Like
so they make a splash. They make a splash with the weird stuff, and then they go, well, this is my other from my line of like.
Or they wait and see what everyone loves in the line. Like they have all this crazy stuff, and then they're like, okay, well, everyone loved this thing, and so then the trend becomes whatever, like big shoulders or like high rise pants. Or
So how do you stay in the know about fashion? Is it just strictly? So now with the internet, are you just always going to like where do you go? If you wanted to know what was in season, what do you do?
I would go to YouTube, or you go to the designers' fashion show. So you could see all their looks. You could either go to their websites and see all their looks, just like pin nailed.
I know, but that seems such like an extensive research thing.
Or you could actually watch the show.
I know, but even before that, I'm just saying, just
or
in
you
general.
Could see
I'm talking about in
a
general.
lot of people do like interviews.
No,
with the
but I'm
designers.
saying I'm talking about in general. If you're like, oh, what's in now? Like, what sort of jeans should I be wearing? And what sort of pants should I be wearing? What's the color schemes that's in? Like,
I mean,
how does someone figure that out?
You're asking me how I do mine, or you're asking how anyone does it?
Well, okay, I get how you do that because Rachel's big on like when we were getting her car, just for a week, the YouTube was on the TV of like car comparisons. That's how you do it. You're big on you do research that way.
I think
how should someone else do it?
The majority of people look at celebrities. They look at what Cardi B's wearing, what Nicki Minaj is wearing, what like all their famous celebrities, magazine.
So the
covers.
trendsetters.
Yeah. Justin Bieber, what's he wearing?
And where do you think that starts from? So is that is there a pipeline from the major designers and stores and brands like Nike, Ralph Lauren, and all these kind of places? So they want to make sure they get those clothes and stuff into people that are high profile.
Right. I mean, like some of the big designers, like right now, Bella Hadid is in every single advertisement for every single designer, which means like if she's the face of what's cool, then it's like, okay, well, whoever likes her is going to be like, well, she's wearing this designer, so now I could wear that designer, and that's going to be in.
Huh. I didn't know who that was because we saw that great
Rihanna Fenty.
Yeah, I didn't even know she had a brand, her Fenty brand. I didn't even know that was her brand, but she had this great show. It's like it's almost like a doc. It's like
a choreographed dance with
like a big video.
Surprise guests of models.
Yeah, it was like
and artists.
Yeah, but it was very very artistic. So it was like a well produced fashion show documentary type of thing about her fashion line, and she's very body conscious. So it's like all different types of sizes, transgender. You know,
right.
It
So
was
for example,
yeah.
Like, after watching that was a virtual fashion show.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, that's hopefully more come out of that.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, it was very. I thought it was great. Just they had this great imagery in it too. Like there was a girl, you know, she's very in shape dancer, but she's dancing in front of a funhouse mirror. So in the mirror, it was like all distorted. And it was like good imagery of like, oh, this is what people see when they look in the mirror, and it was just all that kind of stuff. And but it was like all lingerie too, though. But she has a men's line.
Her line, yeah.
There's a men's line of clothing that wasn't, you know, obviously not lingerie. It was like long pants and weird open shirts and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I now I see what you're saying more now. So you would look at that kind of thing and be like, oh, you would look at that and be like, ooh, I want that, I want this, and then people go out to like the stores and find. But how does it get to like fancy places to like JCPenney's? How does it filter down?
Well, okay, I'm not exactly sure.
Okay, that's a fair answer.
But
what's your guess?
I think happened is, well, like with Rihanna's Fenty stuff, it's like that's all very reasonable price stuff, and it was directly on her website, so you could literally like same with I did a fashion show for the brand Cotton. And same with their show, it was like, I think it was the first virtual show that you could watch the fashion show. It was in New York, and you could directly buy the clothes on, or not eBay, Amazon Prime.
Oh, they had an Amazon store set up.
Yeah, you can literally watch the show and buy the clothes at the same time. And that was 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah, I guess so.
And yeah, that Amazon Alexa, she started our show.
Welcome to whatever.
Yeah, and it was so cool. And I remember whatever I was wearing sold immediately. Like that day, that night.
Oh shit.
Because I remember I was like, I'm gonna buy my outfit. But and so it's kind of crazy.
Oh, that's great when it's affordable for you, because you can be like, finally, I can afford this.
Exactly. Like, it's crazy if you could afford it and you could just automatically buy it. It's a whole new thing.
Yeah, which is much better, because you always would complain like you're wearing an $8,000 dress that you can never buy.
Well, right. You watch Chanel or Gucci, and some women can't afford it.
Yeah.
Some men can afford it. And it's just like me watching the Fenty video and be like, I can afford that $20 thing.
You know, we were in New York. Rachel and I were in New York for Fashion Week we were in February.
The last real fashion week.
Yeah, the last fashion week. But
I mean, you even told me, you're like, let's just do a hurrah. Because I was like, I don't know if I want to go back to New York.
Yeah, because you were working. You know.
New York models dropped the whole runway division. So I didn't have an agent. And I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to do this. But I knew there were a few designers that do it.
Yeah.
I don't regret it.
Yeah, it was great.
Especially
I used my airline miles. I had points at the Marriott. We actually did it up. But I just feel like, my point is, like, it was right before this coronavirus scare was going on.
I think people knew about it. I didn't know about it.
Yeah, no, I didn't know about it. I didn't know about it to the extent that it is right now. You know, and I even think, like, you know, it just, who knows? Like, if you were in New York in February and you were feeling sick or whatever, you might have had it and didn't even know. I think a lot of people before that, if they didn't know what it was yet, I think at that point anybody could have had it. I even feel like I could have had it already in the past and been like, didn't realize I could have been asymptomatic and whatever. It's just weird how I look back at that trip like, damn, that was I don't know. I don't even know when we're even going to go to New York again.
Yeah, I don't even want to go near New York right now.
We had some good times in New York. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, I love New York. It's like this third place I'd want.
What's the second place?
Like
Really?
Tampa, I loved. It was nice. You could like swim in the ocean every day.
Tampa. Tampa's so ghetto. No offense
Really?
to you. No offense to you people out there in Tampa.
I love all of.
Did you go swimming in the ocean when you went with Tampa guy?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like it was beautiful, beautiful water, beautiful weather. It rained a little bit, and I did get some bug bites that I'm not.
Oh.
That's why I love California. Less bug bites.
Yeah, Rachel is total California. But I was born and raised in California.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm like all the people, like a lot of my friends are leaving, but
Well,
they're
I
not
think
originally from here.
That's why I instantly like fell for you because you were a California boy, and I was like, okay, he's not gonna want. And that's a lot of people come here, live here for a few years, and then they're like, okay.
Or because it didn't work out too. People come here for like, I want to be a such and such, and it didn't work out. The cost of living is so high. Then they're just like, well, I gotta go home or I gotta go someplace else. A lot of people are moving to Nashville.
I mean, even your friend Matt came over and he was like, I just want to meet a girl and then move to Ohio.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Like, go
like,
to Ohio and meet the girl. Someone who wants to live in Ohio.
No, he wants to take a beautiful California girl and then transplant her to Ohio so nobody could get her.
It's not going to work. He's going to be trying a very long time. But, yeah.
Oh man. Well, listen. I'm glad this is another great segment with my beautiful fiance Rachel. I want to have you on more. I'm glad you're being more comfortable. Thanks for being open.
Well, I mean, I hope your fans understand why I cried. It's not because.
No, I get it. Even if they don't get it, I don't really care.
It's not because I'm a gold digger.
I can't wait to see what the comments are going to be about. Like, oh, they're just so like their lives are so worthless. Some of them that they just have to find a way to dig at people. But it's just so funny to me because when I see those things and I just think about like how not it is like that. Just because one, I don't want a dependent. I wanted a partner. And so that's why Rachel works and she whatever she spends their money on the things that she wants because she earns it, And then I help with the things that I want to help with because we're a couple. We're working together on it. So it's great. So maybe you too can find someone that is the person of your dreams like I did.
Well, thank you for having me again. I know the last 2 episodes
you're doing
cut
that
me
thing.
out.
You're doing that thing now. I didn't cut you out. I just don't want people to get used to like I wanted to see like you know what I really wanted to see? I wanted to see, like, do they really still like me, or is it they just like Rachel, like you, And from the numbers, I was like, oh, man, I got to get you back on again.
Well, I think it also had to do with, I was like, telling my family and my friends, like, did you watch the episode? I'm in it.
Listen, I'm sure those 11 people didn't make the
Oh my
didn't
God.
make the thing. No, and this one's all like, hey, people are asking why I'm not on the podcast. I have fans now.
Shout out to that one person. You know who you are.
I don't want to hear about your pervert fans.
Actually, he's a fan of yours, and
he's still a pervert, whoever
Okay.
he is. If he's hitting you up, he's a pervert. But anyways, this has been my Rachel moment. I don't know why I always called it relationship update, but forget that. We're gonna call it what I always wanted. This has been another segment of Rachel's Corner, and I'll see you guys.
You would think I would get to sit in the corner.
She wants to switch seats because she said this is her good side.
It is.
So next time we do Rachel's Corner, I'll be sitting over there and she'll be sitting over here. All right? You happy?
Yeah.
We just need to get a picture of you, and so I can put
I've
it.
been trying to get a picture up here since day one. Trust me.
So if you have some art you want to draw, Rachel, send us some art. The P.O. box is right there. And I also want to thank the people that have sent things to the P.O. box. I've actually gotten But I've gotten some great art from people. I've gotten some books. Somebody sent me a really great book about dementia, because they know you guys know about my mom. So I really appreciate that. And I wish I had the card. I'll show you next week. So somebody drew me our picture. He probably watches a podcast and is like, this guy's never mentioned this thing. So I will show it next week. It's some handmade art. And if you two want to send me things, the PO box is right there in the description. And anyways, thanks for again, babe. I love you. And yeah, she's got to get to work. I love you
too.
She got to get to work. So
he's a gold digger.
yeah, she's my sugar mama. Hey guys, I'm here once again to talk to you about Helix Sleep. They got the best mattresses in town. Are you having trouble sleeping? You got some old saggy mattress? You have some old hand-me-down mattress? You don't even know where you got your mattress from? Is it the mattress from your childhood? Listen, you're an adult now. It's time for you to get a big boy mattress, get your big girl mattress, and you're going to get it from Helix Sleep. I mean, I understand right now it's trouble. We live in troubled times. We got this pandemic on our mind. We got politics. We got so many things. There's stress and anxiety. We don't know when we're going to go back to work. We don't know if we're going to go be able to sit inside restaurants. So you need sleep. Sleep is one of the most important things for good physical and mental health. Helix Sleep knows this. Helix Sleep has this 2-minute quiz. All right. It's perfect. It's great. I took it. I haven't got my mattress yet, but I took the quiz and I'm excited for it. And I'll be talking about it even more in future episodes. But Helix Sleep has a quiz that takes just 2 minutes to complete and matches your body type and sleep preference to the perfect mattress for you. Look, everybody's unique, right? We all got different body shapes and sizes. We all sleep different, and Helix knows this. So they have several different mattress models to choose from. Look, they got soft, they got medium, they got firm. They got a mattress that's great for cooling you down, or if you sleep hot, or even if you are a plus size person, they have mattresses for you too. They got mattresses for everybody. So I'm super excited. I love the quiz portion of it. I've never even done that before. You go to the mattress store and you go, hey, can I lay down on this? And you're kind of like sitting there and you're like, how is this different from any other mattress? You don't know. But Helix takes that into account and they customize the mattress for you. You take the sleep quiz. Look, I took the quiz and I can't wait for my mattress to come. All right. I got medium because I sleep on my side and my shoulders hurt. So it's going to be soft. I run hot, so it's going to be cool. I'm really excited for it. And I really highly recommend you guys go to Helix Sleep because from everything I've read about it, everything I see about it, this is a place to go to get the best mattress in town, in your town, in any town, because you can order it right to your home. All right. This is very important. Just go to helixsleep.com/Griffin. That's important. Once again, go to helixsleep.com/Griffin. Take their 2-minute sleep quiz, and they'll match you to the customized mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/Griffin. Hey guys, take advantage of this and go get the best sleep of your life. Let's get back to the show. Yeah, what's up, guys? And we're back. That was my beautiful lady, Rachel. She'll be on the podcast more. And, I also want to say I do have a Patreon. Don't have a lot of people. It's very little, very handful of people who are on my Patreon. But for me, I haven't actually done a lot of stuff for it, but I am going to start doing that now. I'm going to be doing more. I'm going to do like a little weekly sub episode that'll just be for Patreon, and also just some little videos that Rachel and I are going to be doing, and it'll be strictly just for that, for Patreon and for my YouTube members too. So you could be a YouTube member or a Patreon, either or. I'm going to put those same videos up for those people to see, and we'll see. I'm just trying to grow, put out extra content, and see what we can get done. So if you are interested in that, you can go to my Patreon for that. But once again, I appreciate when Rachel comes on. You guys seem to like it when Rachel comes on. So she's getting more comfortable, right? I hope so. She seemed awkward at first, and then now she's getting more comfortable with it because that was like a one-shot recording. Usually sometimes she's like, I need to do it again. I want to see what I look like. I can't just go on. I want to see it. So we did it. But anyway, not a lot this week on this week's episode. I wanted to have Rachel. We had a long talk, longer than I thought we were going to have. So that's great. But I just wanted to catch up with my Big Brother fans, people that are fans of Big Brother. If you're not a fan of Big Brother, you can stop now. If you are a fan of Big Brother, this is it for you right here. So Big Brother, if you've never watched Big Brother, Big Brother's like, they start with like 16 or 20 people usually beautiful in shape people, and they live in a house, and they have to compete against each other in these different contests, along with living in a house 24 hours a day, being filmed 24 hours a day, to win $500,000. And the whole point of it is people have to lie and scheme and make deals, and they backstab each other, and it's just a really bizarre show, and it really brings out the worst in human nature. And then for money, right? So it's just a train wreck. But I only started watching the show maybe for the last 4 or 5 seasons. So this is the all-star season. And it's been so lackluster. Like, I just don't get. So this one guy, Cody, he won the very first head of household, and he's just been cleaning house. He's never been on the block, and he's won like 6 or 7 competitions, the voting for veto and all this stuff, right? He's won all these competitions, and no one's taken a shot at him. So I just want to get caught up to where we are now at Big Brother. It's like they should have gone after him. So this girl, Nicole, who was a previous winner, which I don't understand how they let her skate through up to this point right now. She's a previous winner. That means she's a huge threat. Because what happens is, all right, so the final 6 people, I believe, that get kicked out of the house, they actually are the jury who vote for who the winner is going to be. So a lot of times what I've witnessed is a lot of bitter bitch-ass jury members. They're just bitches. They got outplayed, they got outmaneuvered, and then they want to act up, and so they don't vote for the right person to win. Like Paul should have won 2 seasons ago. He should have won when he came back on. That guy that won should not have won. Nicole shouldn't have won against Paul either. It's just people were bitter because they got played. Tyler should have won. And so they finally got him out this season, but I wanted him to win. I just like him. He just comes across as a cool dude. I like his gameplay. I like how he played. So, and he was right to try to get Nicole out, right? So, so him and Christmas, who I can't stand. I'm just not a fan of Christmas. Her against anybody left in the house, final 2, no one's going to vote for her, unless they're bitter, right? But even in this, the way people have played, they've kind of played a pretty fair game, like the guy that just got kicked out as of this podcast was the guy Memphis, and he's just a snake, but he was playing the game right. But he just really thought he was smarter than he really was. He made like 2 separate deals, and he didn't know that those people were paired up from the beginning. So he got blindsided, and he was shocked by it, but he shouldn't have been. Like, he was lying to people the whole time. The way he was so bitter about that was just hilarious. It was bitter justice for him. So he got kicked out. Good riddance. But anyways, here's what really ticked me off. Okay, so Nicole wins head of household. All right. She puts up Christmas and Memphis. The 2 other guys left are Enzo and Cody, who she's working with. Okay. So now she wants to send home Memphis, all right? Enzo and Cody are the only 2 votes, okay? So but ultimately, no matter what she wants, they actually decide. Now, she goes to Christmas and she says to her, like, I really don't want you to go. Even though you tried to get me out, I think they're starting to see that these guys are going to beat them, so they're trying to team up now to make it to the end. And I think it's smart on Nicole, because if Nicole's sitting next to Christmas in the end, Nicole's going to win again. All right. Christmas is she just doesn't have it, all right. So to me, what Nicole should have done is she should have, and then she won the power of veto. So Nicole wins power of veto. She wins head of household. She wins power of veto. So she supposedly has all the power. So she keeps noms the same. But to me, what she should have done is she should have taken Christmas off the block and put Enzo or Cody on the block, and then told Christmas, you vote how I want. Because Enzo for sure would have voted for Memphis to go. And she would say to Cody, Christmas, I want you to vote for Cody so I can make the choice. That would have been a boss move. That would have been a boss move. Or she should have put Enzo, either one. She should have taken Christmas off the block, put up Cody or Enzo. A real boss move would have been to send Cody home. That would have been the move right there. Because that guy, if he's sitting next to anybody left, If you're in the jury, you're like, wow, yeah, this guy was great. He played us the whole time. He won all the competitions. He should win the $500,000. So if you want a chance to win, you got to get rid of that guy. That was Nicole's chance. And the game's just like the show's boring and the game's weak because of that. Like that would have been the boss's move ever. Take Christmas off. You tell Christmas who you want her to vote for. You know, you tell her vote for Cody to go because Enzo's gonna vote for Memphis. It would have been tied, and then she makes the choice. And then she could have stood up there and said, look, Cody, I love you. We've been playing together, but I can't beat you in the final two, so I'm sending you home now. That would have been historic, epic Big Brother move. But you think they do that? No, they don't do those kind of moves right now. It's just a lot of safe nonsense, you know? And, the people in the jury house, so they sent Tyler home. And I like that Devon and Tyler had like a little powwow because Tyler was feeling a certain way because he was, trying to make moves. And he put a target on Bailey and Devon, the two black girls in the house. And he felt bad about how they were now being targeted. And so the Christmas was the head of household at the time. And so he goes to Christmas and says, listen, take one of them off the block and put me up because I just want to go home. And then she says, that's not going to help my game. Christmas was like, nah, man, I'm not going to be the one to do your dirty work because, you're staying because you helped me. You helped with my game. And he, sure enough, then that came across as like he was actually playing them. So they were all mad at him, and then so they end up, like Devon and Bailey and get sent home, and then Tyler stays. So they had like a little powwow in the jury house, and I really believe him. I think he's a genuine dude. He plays the game. He played the game the way he's supposed to play it. He lied just enough. I mean, it's all lies and deceit. Like he's the only one that came up with a boss move. So the week before, so it's like, Nicole's on the block. It was a triple eviction. So Nicole's on the block, and so it's like all they need is 3 votes to send Nicole home. So he says he gets Christmas and goes, let's send her home, Christmas is like, all for it, let's do it. Tyler's all for it, let's do it. Tyler goes to Enzo, and he's like, yo, man, I think we should make a big move right now. I think we should send her home. Enzo bitches out. Like, it's hilarious that he thinks he's going to win the way he's playing. I mean, that's just the funniest part about it when I watch it. I watch this guy thinking that he's making big moves. If he's sitting next to anyone, they're going to be like, well, what did you actually do? What's your record other than riding the coattails of your buddy? Now, if he gets down to the final 3 and he sends Cody home, that'll be a boss move. Cody won't vote for him, but that'll be a boss move. Right? But other than that, there's nothing that he's done to make you want to vote. So anyways, he turns on Christmas and Cody, Christmas and Tyler, leaves them out to dry. So now the vote was 2-3 when it was supposed to be unanimous to send home, I believe it was David. But either way, Nicole's like, whoa, 2 people voted against me, and there's only 6 people left. So it's easy to go, okay, who? And so that's why she figured it out, and then Tyler was on her radar. And so the next week, Cody puts up Tyler and Christmas, the 2 people that voted against Nicole. And of course, they sent Tyler home, which was the right move, ultimately. Ultimately, it was the right move. But Tyler made a compelling case. I really feel like, because he was saying, look, if Christmas wins next week, dude, she's going to put you up, and who's going to vote for you? Because then it'll be Memphis, and Memphis would for sure send Cody home. But it worked out in their favor because Nicole won. But that's the thing about Big Brother. You never know what's going to happen in the end. You never know, like, who's going to win head of household at the right particular time. Like some monkey wrench can get thrown in. Like if Christmas wins the head of household next week, that would just like mess up everybody. Because then she's going to put up Cody and Enzo, or she'll put up Cody and Enzo, and then they'll have to win the power of veto. And then the thing is, it'll just be those 2 votes. And then, so like whoever wins power of veto next week is in a boss position to send somebody home. Because there's only 4 people left. So 1 head of household, 2 nominees, and there's 1 vote, okay? And then the other person, the head of household, actually gets to decide who goes home. So next week is the most crucial head of household. So I don't know, man. I just wish, for you Big Brother fans, I just wish they would make like real decisive big boy moves. But, they don't. So it's pretty whack, man. I tell you a show that I started watching. Because you guys know how I love 90 Day Fiance the other way. 90 Day the other way. And it's getting crazy right now. So another couple, wait, let me get this couple. Okay, so I cut away because I couldn't find the damn cast, but here they are right here. So this other couple, Tim and Malaysia, or I don't know what the hell her Colombian name is. But they out here in he moved to Colombia. Of course, he cheated on her, and then, he's going to talk to the family. He speaks Spanish. He's trying to get a job. He can't get a job. Then it turns out she cheated on him too, probably as revenge, but it's like, that doesn't solve anything. So everybody's cheating. So it's just another like crazy. But anyways, the reason why I'm bringing it up, from season, like 90 Day Fiance, there was, this couple, Chantel and I forgot the guy's name, So they actually did a spin-off show. Yeah, they did a spin-off show of this. Chantel and Pedro. So they were just a volatile couple. But they one of these couples that like they look good, so there's another reason why the whole shit is crazy. So so they're hot. They're good. They're both good looking. And so you go, okay, well, what's going on here? So they keep saying that he's using her for money, that he's using her for some like, some kind of like, for visas or something. That's what the family thinks. And so, of course, the families had a big fight. They actually had a fist fight where the two people attacked each other. Like Chantel's brother, River, and Pedro got into it at some family function, and they hadn't seen each other. So it was so volatile and so crazy that they decided to make a spinoff show called The Family Chantel. And I got to tell you guys, Chantel's family is the most ignorant, stupid, embarrassing people I've ever seen on television. Now, either they're playing it up for the camera, which one, if that were the case, they're coming across as ignorant, just complete idiots. Now, if they're playing it up for that case, I don't understand the point of that because you don't look at them with like any kind of respect. Or they actually are the stupidest people you've ever met in your life. Like just you've ever seen. Like the way they act, the things that come out of their mouth, the way they're like portraying themselves is just like it. You want to talk about hate watching some television shows? I mean, I hate watch the hell out of The Family Chantel. At this point too, like they're so dumb that I'm on Pedro's side most of the time. So like he's off with his friends and they go dancing, whatever it is, and some girl is grinding up on him and dancing and whatnot. And then the sister shows her, Pedro is like, I don't know why this Pedro's sister showed her this stuff, And so now she tells her family, and her family's like, we going over there. The mom grabs a taser, okay? This bitch brought a taser. Don't even get me. I wish Rachel's mom would come over my house with a taser. You know what I mean? Like, please, I wish you would come over here with a taser. You know what I mean? Like, don't even get me started. Anyways, they go over there, just barge in unannounced, and they want to know what's going on. What are you doing? Like, the way they did it, it's like, this is just completely inappropriate. Like, the girl herself, handle your business. Like, go talk to your husband. If he's already talked to you about this, it was like, this was nothing, it was innocent, or look, I'm sorry that you feel disrespected. It got out of hand, but nothing other than happened other than that. Either however you're gonna deal with it, that's between husband and wife. They deal with that. She gonna come over with the taser, and they storming in the apartment, and the mom's like, I'm not leaving. Make me leave. You ain't gonna make me leave. That kind of ignorant bullshit is like, get out of here, man. Get out of here. So, and that's just one or two episodes that I've seen. And I was like, wow, I love hate watching that show because everything they do infuriates me because they're so stupid. Like, you have to watch it. Because you're going to be like, is this how people conduct themselves? Like, a lot of these shows, you go, this has got to be contrived. Like, a lot of this is like fake, or like the producers are going, hey, maybe you should fight with her. Or you kind of feel like, I don't know if this is real. This is one of these shows where I go, why would you want, at the end of the day, when you look back on this show, if they're looking back on this going like, oh, we came across good, then I feel sorry for them. You know what I mean? Or if they look back on the show, like, why aren't they looking back on the show going, oh man, I didn't realize I was acting a fool like that. Like, people that don't know they acting a fool, and then they see the footage, if they don't have no remorse, I'm like, what's going on in your life? Like, all these shows are like this, man. They're all like this. So, I don't know. I'm going to keep you posted on the Family Chantel. Because I want to finish the whole season and then really delve into, like, how dumb this is. But I'm also, going to keep track of Big Brother because the end is near, and I'd really love to see who wins. I just want somebody to make a big move, I want somebody to make a big move. But look, anyways, we're going to finish up. Listen, I don't have any advice, no advice segment this week. It's going to come back next week, so look out for my Instagram post. Some people have been sending me emails and stuff like that, but I think I'm going to create an email specifically for that. And don't forget, I Twitch every single day. I Twitch, and I put my videos also up on YouTube, and that's Erik Griffin Gaming on both. Erik Griffin Gaming, so watch me do that. I'm really having fun doing that. And, I'm having fun doing the podcast. And like I say, look out for some more personal, in-depth content on my Patreon channel. Me and Rachel doing more little mini episodes. And I'm also going to start doing bonus episodes during the week, too. So I'm trying to do more content as possible for you. So instead of doing one episode a week, I think I'm going to start doing 2 episodes a week, coming out on Wednesdays. And, so maybe I'll do this regular, like where there's a hodgepodge of things, and me and Rachel talking, and I'll still have guests coming in on this one, and then just have like my, it'll be like a 20-30 minute of, like, if I want to talk about a particular show, it'll be that. I'll do it on that episode. And so, let's see if we can finally start to get some growth. Listen, I appreciate the fans that are here, but I need to get some more fans. So I love your ideas and suggestions and all that kind of stuff too. So, and I do appreciate you guys watching Riffin with Griffin, listening every week, sharing, subscribing. Please keep doing that. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm on those things, so make sure you check me out there too. And I really, like I say, I appreciate you guys being here every single week. And I'll see you next week.